Okay. Can you attribute your time spent in the RAF to the way in which you have approached your roles at both Gloucester County Cricket Club and Bristol City Football Club?
Well, in the RAF, I was a administrative officer covering a whole range of different skills, and I guess in football, particularly in a role of a chief executive, you are a generalist, you're not necessarily a specialist, or you become a specialist in some areas, but so hopefully the good management skills I learned in a 25-year career in the RAF, and the leadership of individuals with different skills, I like to think that I brought those particular skills to the two sports clubs that I work for.
Okay. Can you outline how your role as chief exec of a football club has differed to that of a cricket club in terms of your approach to business development?
Well, they're very similar. The mechanics are the same. You're there to win things. That's why sports clubs are all the same. That's the aim, to win trophies. But behind that, you need to grow your fan base and you need to grow your commercial base. So they are both the same. The difference, though, with football is clear the passion of the fans and the sheer size of the operation is far more dynamic than cricket was. Though cricket is changing with 2020 cricket, but it's a long, long way behind football. So they're similar in the sense the mechanics are the same, but different in the sheer size of the operation, the passion of the fans.
Okay. Do you feel that it is necessary to be an expert in one particular sport in order to be able to fulfil your role to its full potential as chief exec, or do the same managerial skills or disciplines apply across the board?
It always helps if you love a particular sport. There's no question about that. It's bound to. But good management techniques and good leadership skills should cross any boundary, and I think they normally do. I think that probably answered it. Yes, it helps, but you could be a football fanatic and know everything about the sport, but be an absolutely useless manager, and that wouldn't make you a good chief executive. On the other side, you might know. You might come into the job not knowing a huge amount about football, but have good management skills, and I think that you could still make a success of the job.
Right. You have held the position of chief exec at Bristol City since 2001. What were your initial aims for the club when you first joined, and how have they changed?
Well, when I first came in 2001, the aim was to get promoted to what is now the Championship as quickly as we possibly could. It took us a lot longer than we'd liked. It actually took us 6 years, and there's a whole lot of reasons. We came very, very close. But that was always the ambition, to get promoted and then build from there. Now, and at the same time, we wanted to build our fan base and we wanted to build our commercial base. The club has now got to the Championship and is pushing quite quickly on to hopefully bigger and better things. So from that point of view, we have met our initial goal, and we're pushing on now to the ultimate goal. The fan base we have grown, despite not achieving the football success, and commercially, we're doing an awful lot better than we were. And the stadium is used every day of the week. We have concerts here, big rugby games. It's an active centre that perhaps it wasn't 6 or 7 years ago.
The promotion of Bristol City to the Premier League could mean a potential 60 million jackpot in terms of cash from TV rights, sponsorship and merchandising. Is this prospective sum something the club has already incorporated into future plans, or is it a case of waiting to see if it happens before acting on it?
Yeah, I'm not sure it's a 60 million jackpot. That's a figure that's been used by Deloitte. It's spread over 3 years, of course, so it's not all going to come into our bank account the day after we get promoted. And it's always a difficult one in sport. You've got to plan ahead. But when you're this close and you're into a competition like this, it would be really testing your good fortune to be too detailed planning. So it'd be tempting fame. So I can honestly say, yes, we have an eye, but a very, very light touch on what might happen. We will wait till we get there, and then we're going to have to be working very hard. But we know the broad figures that we could expect, but we haven't sat down in any great detail yet to decide exactly when that money comes in, what additional money might come in, and what budgets we'd be setting to go forward to next year.
Okay. I've read that ticket sales have increased considerably following news of the potential promotion of the club. Would you say it's just the fans that have become caught up in the excitement, or have you seen a change in interest with regard to sponsorship deals as well?
Well, we've grown our fan base consistently over the last 6 or 7 years. Obviously now going into the Championship, we've attracted much bigger crowds, the biggest crowds we've had at Ashton Gate for 28 years, and that's obviously following success, and we shouldn't be surprised at that. If you have success in any sport, then you'll attract more people in. That's the way of the world. Clearly, now we're in with a chance at the Premiership, and we went on sale with season tickets. We've already, and we're only May, we've already far exceeded the record number of season tickets that we've ever had, which was last year. 10,250 season tickets we did last year. That included 500 half-season tickets. Well, we're already well over that now. So whatever happens next year, we're going to have a new record number of season ticket holders, and that's very good for the fan base. So, but I think Bristol is such a big city, 500,000 catchment area of 1 million people, that that's only really scratching the surface. And I'm sure that if we can provide success on the pitch, the crowds will continue to grow as long as we can get the stadium to match it.
It has been reported that up to 30 million would need to be invested in team rebuilding if City are to survive upon making it into the Premier League. Besides monetary investment, what other factors would need to change to ensure survival?
Well, I think the chairman mentioned that we might spend 30 million. I don't think there's necessarily a precise amount of money that would need to be invested. It would be who you sign, how they blend the team you've got. We have an excellent manager who is well practiced in building teams. This year we've done extremely well with a team, probably the playing budget that's not as big as some of the others. So I think we would need signed players. I'm sure Gary will be looking to sign players that fit into his ethos, that will fit in with the squad. He will certainly give existing players a chance. That's his management style. It's worked very well for him in the past. The other issue, obviously, we will have to make sure that we are fair in our distribution of tickets, because with a capacity of 19,500, we're going to fill that out every game. So we want to make sure as many genuine fans come. We will be also want to look after a lot of our existing commercial sponsors. There'll be a lot of new people who want to be involved in the Premiership football side, and we'll need to get that balance just right, and we'll be working hard on that.
What changes did you make in order to get the club to the position it is currently at?
Well, I think that's been ongoing over a number of years, and I guess the biggest single change for the club was the appointment of Gary Johnson. You can be as efficient as you like off the pitch, wonderful stadiums, wonderful commercial operations, great pitch, but if the manager's not the right person for the job, you won't succeed. And Gary's been with us 2.5 years, and his record now speaks for itself, and before that at Yeovil, and before that at Latvia. And that